Fit like Abdi, Danny Boy here, and welcome to a brand new series. It's kind of going to be a mini series. The game is Skyhaven. It's a great little game. Whilst I was in lockdown, recovering from COVID, I downloaded this and sort of messed about with it on the laptop. It was a great little game to play on the laptop. It's not really graphically or CPU intensive. It ran great. It's obviously still in sort of early access, sort of very early beta, so there's still a lot more in the game to sort of be made and released. So I think you can play up till, is it 1970? I think you can get a few sort of early era jetliners in, but we are gonna start a new game. Don't have to do a tutorial. Sort of played around with this settings. Right, as you can hear in the background, there is music. Hear the music? Yes, music. Now, what does this actually give you? It does actually give you 4K. 3840 by 2160, 30 hertz. We'll leave it at 1920 by 1080p. So, yeah, the music. It's a great little tune. After about 20 minutes, though, it becomes super tedious and annoying. We'll leave the sort of sounds on, the UI sounds on. Quality is high. High is the sort of max settings. Full screen. There's not really that much to do. There's no like key binding remaps or anything like that. I would imagine that would come later on in the game. But we shall start a new game. So it says welcome to Orval Airport. I'm not actually sure where this is sort of set. Some of the vehicles seem to be like Russian and German, but then you get a lot of American planes like Douglas aircraft and stuff like that. So here we go. At the beginning, 1916, the first step to the sky. People around the world are looking for ways to use new elements for the benefits of mankind. Mail and express freight have never been delivered so fast. Brave travellers and eccentric people try out a new way of travel as well. Although, of course, aircrafts are unlikely to compete with ships and trains. Era features small propeller planes, many mail and cargo flights, a number of passenger flights with a rich audience. Okay, right, so here is our little airport. And why does this not work? Right, get rid of the controls. I sort of know the controls. Wait, what's going on? Why are these different from my... These are different from my... What is going on? So there's... Right. Odd. Very odd. So we've got the power to zoom in and whatnot. Yeah, we can do that there. Okay. Right, so... here we go. So the game is currently paused. We're in 1916. The first thing we would like to do, or I would like to do, is I want to get a road. So give me that. Right, so it looks like here is the sort of area. Now it does have a certain amount of snappage when building. Now I'm going to build this right out to the outskirts, and I'm going to build that down to there. Seems like a bit of a waste of money. Probably is. Now first thing we are going to do is we are going to build an office. So I want an office right here just as you come in. Now we have the ability to research. Research is done in an office. So you can also hire workers. So you can hire like, I don't know, it's something like, well, 10 workers at $500 each to hire them, and then something like $500 an hour to pay them to do research. Now the first thing I sort of want probably should be stuff like this, but it is actually going to be that. So the office furniture, comfortable tables, chairs and wardrobes are better than old workbenches from workshops. Clerks can do work much more efficiently in a comfortable office environment. Now we are going to get that research. We're also going to get one of these guys just now. Now that puts our research points up to 45. It also lowers the time in which it takes for us to research this. So that's a fair chunk of our 10 grand sort of gone already. But there are loans, and we will be taking out a loan pretty much instantly. Right, zoom out. So I actually like to look at the airport from this side. There we go. Right, that is better. First of all, we are going to need a runway. Now it's grass runways. Obviously you've got the arrows at each end, and that tells you which direction flights will take off from and their approach vector when landing. So we want the first one, and we'll rotate it. I think I want the first one. I am going to get 2 runways, which seems a bit overkill, but or do I want this one to be the... I can always change them. Okay, so have... Yeah, okay. So have the first landing runway. So we've got a bit of space there. And we'll leave a tiny bit of space. It's got this weird sort of flickerage. Right, I want that there. Yep, so place that. So the first runway is in. We're then going to place a second one. This is why we are going to need a loan later. So we actually want these guys to take off from this side as well. Now I'm going to push this one further up for reasons which you will see in just a moment. So there we have it. We also want a exit ramp there, and I want another exit ramp over here. Oh, this will be an entrance ramp. So this one will actually be departures, and this one will be arrivals. So there we go, 2 runways already. Pretty madness, right? So these are the grass pads, which you start off with early aircraft, because it's obviously like light sort of mono biplanes, nothing too heavy. So a grass is just fine for these. Now what I am going to do though is I am going to take that out to about there, right? And then I can start adding these. Now it is hold shift and click to keep adding them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is perfect. Right, so these are, the longer sort of side is the entrance side, and then no connection with the runway. Doesn't need to, or it will need to, but right, there's a connection with the runway there. But you guys are going to go up to there, right? Do I want this? Yeah, just come down to there. So there's our first 10. Now the reason we've got 10 is because we can only support 10 aircraft max at the very start. In order to increase that, you need an air traffic control tower, which you need to research. Now, services. This is where our shiny new loan is going to come in. We're going to go 3 days and we're going to accept 5,000. So that should be fine. Now, we want to build services. So first of all, I want a road to go over here. Right. There's a weird thing. You can't go straight across taxiway, but you can join it up here like so and then bring it out. So you have to join it to a taxiway and then drag it from the taxiway section to get it to come over. Now, we what exactly? Right. So yeah, we've got that connected to a road. We now need services for this. Now, when you get this, so we've got a cargo storage, right? So we want cargo storage pretty much first and foremost. We'll get it as close as possible to the ramps. We also want a barrel stock, and we shall turn that round sideways. So these provide fuel and cargo. You need to go into here. You can buy vehicles up to 2. Let's buy 2. Right, so that's 2 cargo wagons. We can only buy 1 fueling truck at the moment, but we can upgrade the parking slot and then buy another one, and there we have 2. So we will click this. This will assign all the ramps that are currently available to that building, and we'll do the same here, and all these ramps have been connected, so they're all sort of good to go. Now there's lots more services become available. These are the 2 basics that you need to start off with. Now because we built this, we have 50 mail in stock. 50 mail is kinda bad. That 50 mail is not gonna last that long, and also we have 1k fuel. That is not gonna last that long either, so we're gonna go into here. We're going to go to supply management. Now, I want a new contract. Now, you get take or pay, flexible, and instant. So, this is like a scheduled thing that you need to research. So you can schedule fuel come in at certain times every day. Flexible, I'm not too sure. I think one of these, right, is if you've got like say 1k fuel, and then I was to order 5k fuel and 5k came in, you would pay for the 5,000 tons, but you would only receive 4 because you already had 1 in. And I think one of these means that when it actually comes in, if you have fuel left over and you don't actually need the full 5, you only pay for what is being delivered. That's probably one of the better ones to look for further on. But the cheapest right now that we can use is the Union Oil Company. Now we could order 5,000. It would cost us 2,200, but we haven't room for 5, so that's just wasted cash money. So let's go with 4,000 for 1,680. That is fine. Let's sign that. So that's an instant delivery. It normally takes about an hour, so at like 9 o'clock we will receive that 4,000 and we'll be good to go. Now mail is at 50, and I don't know if I can actually do this yet. Cargo, no, click on here. Right, so supply management. Now new contract again. Here we can actually get a regular, and I think we have one. I think there's one that possibly arrives in the morning, but we'll check that out later. We're going to need a few instant mail deliveries to get us through this day, and you really need to keep track of that. So we're basically good to go. We're ready to start or wait for our first aircraft to arrive. Now down here at the bottom left, we will get incoming flights. We'll just fast forward it. There we go. So the first flight is a Farman F50. It requires 5 cargo, and we'll put it on to ramp 1, which is closest. Always try and get them as close to here as possible. Therefore it gets a quicker turnaround time. We now have a Blériot 6 X1, that's 6 isn't it? And we'll get that in on ramp 2. Now because we've got 2 vehicles, we can handle 2 planes. So this one will head out, ready to drop off mail. This one will head out as well. You want to try and get as much vehicles in here as possible. Now there's one of our planes landing. This is the first one. The Farman F50 has arrived. We shall speed it up and let him get in there. Now they do have like logos. I think this one's, yeah, this one's like a aircraft transport travel, which is one of the contracts you can actually get. Right, these ones require fuel, these ones here, and this one requires 612 and 612. So right at the start, if we brought these 2 aircraft in and we only had 1,000 and these 2 need 1,200 to get going again, that would have been us out of fuel. But we've already preempted and we have ordered fuel, so there will be no delays, and we shall just accept all of these. Now this one has not taken delivery of the mail that it required just yet. It should actually be ready to go. I don't know why it is sitting there waiting. Let's make sure everything is connected. Yeah, so that one's now occupied. These guys are all coming in. These are all the same, right? Bleroid, Bleroid. Is that another Bleroid? It is. But we're getting 2 larger aircraft that are going to be coming in shortly that are going to need fuel. We've got that 4.7. We've now delivered, or at least put 5. There's the fuel truck heading out. The fuel truck is heading out for this guy. I think. No, he's not. Right, there's the last one. So all these ramps are now filled. We've now got a free ramp because this plane is now leaving. So he got a pretty decent turnaround, I think. Possibly. Maybe. We want to keep money up. And as soon as possible, I would like to upgrade the parking slots at this side right here. So this one is fuel. Right, there we go. It takes time to refresh because you can only handle a certain amount of operations. Like 2 planes, 1 plane landing and 1 plane taking off. So you won't actually get a free slot until there's like sort of nothing landing and nothing taking off. That's the way I've sort of noticed that it sort of does. Or at least I think that is what it does. Now we're keeping an eye on our fuel. We're keeping an eye on our mail. We'll accept this one into ramp 2 because it's quite close. And we'll accept that one into ramp 3 because it's quite close. Looks like you've already landed. Farman F50. Yeah, so this is a different liveried aircraft. Right, here we're burning through that fuel quite quickly. We're going to need another 2,000 to buy more fuel. Yeah, you see these guys will burn through a hell of a lot of fuel. And now we're waiting for one of these planes to leave so we can get a free ramp and accept this one, which requires 5 mail. Okay, so put that one at the end because it only requires mail. And then we're basically waiting for a free ramp to get these in. You could add more ramps, but it's pointless because the max plane limit has been reached, which is 10. So if you had 11, 12, 15 ramps, it would make absolutely no difference. Right, we are down to 1.5k fuel again. So we're going to close this. We're going to go into supply management. We're going to get the same contract again, which is fine. In order to speed things up, I am going to get 140 for one of these and then buy another one. So that's 3. And I think the max you can get for this is 4 or 5. But hey ho. Right, bottle stock. We're gonna. These are slightly more expensive for the fueling truck parking slots. They're exactly the same vehicle. There's no difference in the vehicles. Both cargo and because fuel is brought out in bottles. We're not at the stage of tanker trucks with the centrifugals on them that can sort of boost pump their own fuel out of them. We're way off from that. It's basically they bring bottles out and then basically hand pump it old school into the plane. So we should have more fuel arriving. We'll speed it up, see if we can get a parking slot. There we go. Bring in the next one. Now we won't be able to do all of these. This is Smith & Brothers Delivery, Aircraft Transport, Orville Cargo. But we shall keep going nonetheless. We'll try and get them all in. We want to sort of make as much money as possible. We've added a new fuel truck. We've added a new cargo truck, which is totally fine. We just need one of them to leave. If one leaves, we can get another plane in. Speed it up. Times 3. Right, that one is leaving, but until it exits the runway or clears the runway, we won't get another spot. Right, get you in on 1. There we go. Max limit has been reached because there's still 10 aircraft in the airfield or in the sort of airspace around the airfield. Right, there we go. Get this one in. Continue on. And then you basically just keep going like that. Push pause. Now we are down to 20 mail. So I am going to order some more mail. So do that. News air transporting gives you an instant. I don't know if it's actually cheap or if it's expensive, but it's all we've sort of got for the moment. Now what we are going to do is find out. Oops, a daisy. Close that. Yep, there's no new spaces yet. Oh wait, there is. Get you in. Get you in. Excellent. So we're looking good in fuel. We've got more cargo arriving shortly. We can get another plane in on there. Now it's 7 o'clock in the evening. The airport will close. It will remain open to send the last remaining few flights out. But after 7 o'clock, no more new flights can arrive. There will obviously be nighttime operations, but you have to research it, and obviously that's a more advanced thing for like bigger and better futuristic airports. So we're basically waiting. There we go, going to ramp 1, so you're nice and close. Keeping an eye on that fuel and mail all the time. There we go, we're down to 26 again. Let's try and accept that. And let's go into here, and I'm going to take another 30 because we're still loading up a few planes here. Royal Postmaster Office. Let's see if we can get you in. Welcome aboard, sir. Farman F50. So these are all basically the same at the moment. Obviously a popular aircraft, especially the Farman F50. There's a lot of them. I believe these are real aircraft. I'm pretty sure they are, which is pretty cool. Right, so we've got more slots opening up. We're just waiting for planes to leave. There's a large queue of planes trying to exit the good old runway there. But we'll keep bringing them in. Right, we are at 2,500 fuel, which is good. 40 mail, roughly. Let's get you in. Excellent. Let's close that. Let's go back in here. Let's just get the max cargo max slots for this. So 5 and 5. 5 and 5 is fine. Right? This is the bottle stock. Now the bottle stock slots are slightly more expensive, but we can only get 4. 3 of 4. That's fine. Buy that. Excellent. So we're now pretty good for stuff over here. Now what I want to do is I want to bring this out there. I want to get a road out to here, and then I want to get airfield. I'm not going to get that bottle stock at the minute. Right now I just want this. So I want this in here, right? We'll buy 2 more vehicles, right? Excellent. Now what we are going to do is we are going to manually do this. So this one is going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to get the first 5. And then we're going to swap the next 5 slots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, onto this one here. Now there's only 2 vehicles, it should be fine, hopefully, and then continue on. Now the reason I'm doing it like that is because this holds 5, this holds 5, that's 10. Now this holds 4, but the next large bottle stock building does hold, I think it's 5 or 6 trucks. I can't remember. But anyway, we're getting these in. Still quite a few aircraft waiting to take off. Right, do that. Right, we're almost finished our research as well. We're still good on fuel and mail, etc. We're into 3:30 in the afternoon. There, see, we got 100, and we got 50 extra stock with that when we bought it, which is magical. So we're now good for mail for some time. Right, bring you in. Bring you in. Office furniture is complete. Now this will pause every time a research objective is completed, which is magic. Now normally I would go for flight scheduling, but I'm going to go for advanced battle logistics here. And then we are going to do that, and then we're then going to do the ATC to get more aircraft in, and then we're going to do the office, this flight scheduling, so that we can get contract flights. Now there is passenger service, but that doesn't appear till later, so there's no rush for that. There is personnel training that make them move faster, so these two are for cargo handling and these two are for fuel handling. We've got the bus driver toolkits, that's for aircraft servicing, etc. We're all good. We're still a while away from that yet. Now, we don't have much fuel, 500 fuel. So let's go to supply management, new contract. I've got 2,000. Now this will give me 5,000 for 2,100. This will give me 5,000 for, so this is still cheaper. Union Oil, so we'll sign them up for an instant delivery. Yeah, see, these all want fuel, which is fine. We can still land them. They'll wait until fuel arrives. There we go. It's draining mega quick. Took my eye off the ball there for a few seconds and it sort of screwed us over. But soon we will get another fuel delivery and all this will be able to go. Right, I'm actually going to push pause because I'm going to add a second person to this to give us more research. Right, all the aircraft are still the same, yet still the farming and whatnot. Yeah, there's no fuel, but there should be a delivery. There it is. There is delivery fuel truck. It's taking its sweet ass time, but it is getting there. Right, deliver it please. 5,000. Right, off they go. So we still managed to clear some of the ramps, and we at least managed to clear that backlog of nonsense that we had there on the runway. The rest are all going to be waiting for fuel. Our research is continuing on. Let's maybe speed up a touch. Can't do anything with these two flights, and we are nearing the end of the day. That's okay. Right, so aircraft transport and travel. Alright, so one of them left. So I should have a free slot. There we go. This one's leaving too, so I should have another free slot. We do. Excellent. Another free slot. This one's going to leave, so we'll get another. And then we're sort of looking good. Right, now I'm going to push pause. It's 6 o'clock. The airport is going to be closed at 7, but I am going to order some mail. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get a contract. We'll accept one of these flights for the moment. And I'm going to get a new contract. We're going to go to Royal Post or Orville Mail. So that's 100. Royal Post. That will give us 80. 80 for 320. What do you want? You only want fuel. I don't really want 80, but we'll do this one, right? So we'll sign this to come at 6 AM the next day. New contract has been signed. That is excellent. I'm going to bump this up by 2 more staff members, and then we're going to hit go again. Now we'll see what this comes to as well. First thing in the morning, we could possibly just order an instant delivery of mail, as long as we remember to keep an eye or track it. There we go. We can get you in as well. Now around about 6:45, it does actually cut off the flight, so you might get one that appears at like 8:44, So I always just hover over the pause button. There we go. So get you in a final flight. Possibly going to be the final flight. Oh no, we'll get another one. Sweet. That should be it though. Hey, another one. And I think we're done. Yeah, so... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Get this one as well. Every penny counts. There we go. So there we go. 18:57, 58, 59. 7 o'clock. Right. Daytime work hours have stopped. So no more flights will appear here. They'll just service these flights and then off they'll go. Now, we're running low on fuel again. So we're going to sign another 5,000 fuel from there to arrive instantly. We might have some spare that's not going to be used, but it doesn't really matter at the moment. We've still got 2,027 quid left, and we're still doing some of these, so they'll be good. Right, we're now basically waiting on fuel. This aircraft here is being fueled up, and it looks like it's going to get everything it needs so it can at least leave. This one is still waiting for fuel. I would imagine this one is too. And that's it. Those are the last two aircraft we need to sort of get. Now our research is ticking up all the time. We'll put it into super speed because we're basically just waiting for our fuel truck to arrive. It did arrive. Excellent. Right, so the last plane, advanced battle logistics, is done. So that is now complete. The next thing I want is the air traffic controller. Now, over here we have the cargo slots. Let's try and upgrade some of them. So we know we can get 5 vehicles for this. We'll just we get 5. Yeah, we'll get 5. Right, now we now have a bottle stock large. Does that fit in there? I sincerely hope it does. It does not. Oh well. That kind of sucks. Do I want to put it over this side? No, I would like it to be over this side. Right, hold on. Can I move this? You need to stop the building before you can move it. That's okay. It's night time, so it doesn't really matter. Right. Right, hold on. Calm down, game. Connect that to there. Connect that to there. Right, this is ambitious. I'm not sure if this is actually going to work. How close will you go to there? Pretty close. I don't think it's close enough. And obviously you can't put buildings in front of runways or stuff, because that is hazardous. This one apparently will. Okay, that's weird. But we've now got that in. Yeah, do that. Polygons kind of, and remove that. I don't know why that is so insanely sort of squint. Right, now come out of this build menu, click on that. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, so this one here needs to be switched back on, and it's doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. This one here, we actually need a truck for this. I can actually buy 2, but I can't afford it, so we're gonna have to wait to get some more money in. Ooh, we're not actually finished. This plane is not done yet. Just want to check and make sure that these guys are still assigned to those 5. They are, and they are. So we've now got 10 cargo vehicles, and we have 4 or 5 refueling vehicles, so that's good. Hopefully we get a bit more money from fueling up this guy. Aircraft transport, fueling, excellent. In fact, I can even buy 2. I can only buy 1 because I need to upgrade the parking slot for this. That's okay. Right, so we can accept 100 mail and 13,000 tons of fuel, but we're going to speed it up, right? So we're doing research, which is the air traffic controller, which is good. The final aircraft is left. Now, once the final aircraft leaves, you can actually go and hit that, and it will speed it up until the next event. So the next event is at 12 o'clock. It's the start of a new day. We're not actually there yet, though. We just finished the air traffic control, which is nice. What do we want next? There's nothing in personnel. Fueling, maybe. Construction. We'll get that soon. Office works. Yeah, I kind of want flight scheduling. Do that, please. Research. It's only going to take 3 hours. That's sweet. If that only takes 3 hours, we'll be finished this before the next day. And then I'll be able to show you guys the flight scheduling as well. So there we go. There's a few new contracts. We are rolling on through the night. Flight scheduling is now finished. Let's pick something else. Let's go for the reinforced loading docks, which gives us a slightly larger cargo warehouse. And then we continue on again. Now, first thing in the morning at 6 o'clock, we are going to get a delivery of mail, which is fine. Here is the ATC, which we want up and running as soon as possible. And I am actually going to try and place that like in between these 2 runways. We're going to need a bit of cash money first, so we're going to have to accept a few flights beforehand. So as you can see, we're now into 1917. The first flight, unscheduled flight, does not arrive till like 7 o'clock in the morning. So it will give you the option to speed up again. The game only stops because we were taking a delivery of mail, so it's basically an event. Reinforced loading dock. It's now complete. Okay. Dismiss. Right. What do we want next? Definitely the personnel. So get this, research that, get that all done. So you need to keep an eye on the research. I've often looked at research and went, oh, that's good, dismiss, and then hit something like that, or supersonic speed, and then you lose a lot of research time. So like the research moves with the ages. Obviously, as it moves with the ages, things become less expensive to research, or they take less time. But it often means you come to eras like the Jet Age and you're seriously unprepared. Right, let's accept the first one. Let's get you in on ramp 1, my friend. Let's try and get at least 2.5 grand and get some more fuel delivered. I also want another truck for my large bottle stock. There it is. There's the bottles. We're still in pause, and let's go to supersonic. Right, only 1 plane. Now, as time goes on, unscheduled flights will sort of dry up. Now, however, right, I don't have the money, but let's go to the contracts windows. So here we go, airlines. Now, this is a bit tricky to begin with. Until you've unlocked some more stuff and researching, you won't know like how many flights there are, which time of day they would like to arrive, what they require, their passenger types. Like it could be mail, cargo, passengers, all manner of things. So you don't know what that is until you've further researched. I think it's contract management or something, and then more stuff becomes available to you here. Now this one, Royal Aviation Company does passengers. Now we are going to go to airline window. These three do mail, so we're going to basically take all of them. Now we get a signing on bonus, so we get 500 quid every time we sign one on. I think this might be passengers as well. Aircraft, transport and travel. So right now we're just going to stick with these two. Now it says here that the Smith & Brothers delivery wants passengers, but I don't think they do, at least not yet. So right now we can sign 3 contracts, right? So if we sign it, we get 300 quid straight off the bat, and we'll get money for each plane that we sort of service. Now this one requires cargo, mail or cargo. It's got 3 flights and it will last for a day. This one, Smith & Brothers, has got 5 flights, also lasts for a day, and they'll put in 5 flights, and the cycle count is also 1 day. Now the turnaround time is the time it takes for you to get the aircraft in, load it up with fuel, load it out with cargo, and spit it back out. Now takeoff and landing times don't count. It's when it hits the ramp, the time it hits the ramp and the time it leaves the ramp is what you are looking for. So we've got fuel in service and outbound cargo. That's what this aircraft requires. These we can handle. These are no issue. But we don't currently, right? We do not currently. Oh, I've not actually looked around the rest of the map. There isn't really much to see. There's a few cities and stuff here and there. But yeah, what we want is, right? So I want a few more ramps down here. Now we've obviously got no money, so we'll take out a new loan. Why the hell not? Right, and then we'll get this. We'll get some money for signing on fees and stuff. Now these aircraft come down here. I would like them to come down again, so I want you to come down again. And then go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So out to this one. In fact, keep going, right, until you reach there, and then into there. Okay. So I want one of these, please. Hold shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So again, these ones are going to come off of this runway, land in here, and then come out, and then go out this way in just a second, once I've actually built the taxiway. Hopefully I've got enough money to finish this. Roads and stuff are quite cheap, but taxiways are not. Keep going out that way. Keep this all at right angles. Right, excellent. Right, so I want to change these to schedule flights. I want to change this to schedule flights. That to scheduled flights. That to schedule flights. And this to schedule flights. And this should be runways 11 through 15. There they are. Right, perfect. We're also going to need services for these. So I want to bring that out there. We'll get another road that heads down there, and then we will develop our own set of services for these aircraft here. Now again, we've not really increased our amount of aircraft in. So what I think I'll do is, right, I mean, what we could do is a large bottle stock. Yeah, we'll get large bottle stock for this. And we're pretty much out of money. Right, so let's continue on. We will get some money though. Some more planes are coming in. Let's get you in on 2. Let's get you in on 3, 4, and 5. Keep going. Just get everything in. Obviously some aircraft give you more money than others, but that we're not too fussed about at the moment. I just like to bring in everything, really. As much aircraft as possible. Now we're keeping an eye on our fuel, we're keeping an eye on our mail. We'll play this through to the end of this day. We'll get some scheduled flights sort of booked up and inbound. The next one is 612 fuel. Right, we're burning through that fuel hell of a fast. Right, get you in on 1, get you in. Get you in on 3. When this goes down to 1, I'm going to order another 5,000 fuel. In fact, I probably should order more. We're still good on mail. Once this gets down to 50, I'll order another 50. See, there are so much scheduled flights. I can't take them though, because I don't have the air traffic control tower. Right, hold on. Let's maybe try and get a few more quid in here. Now, I want to place this here because I think right, where did that want to go? I would like it. Yeah, maybe there. Because an aircraft control tower in the early days should be near where planes take off and land. So, there we go. We're now up to 20 and we can handle 3 operations. Okay. Right. So, this one, let's get 2 vehicles, right? 1 and 2. We're down to 1700. That's okay. There's the air cargo. Right, 168. I can't afford a vehicle for this. That kind of sucks. Right. Well, hold on then. Go to this cargo store. Right. And I'm going to add this, that to there. Right. I'm going to order new contract. In fact, I'm 2,520. Hello? Yeah, this is still cheaper. A durable oil company. Give me 6, please. We can handle 20 aircraft. So we don't have any scheduled flights coming in. So I'm going to set that to on demand. That's going to be on demand. This is going to be on demand. This is going to be on demand. And this is going to be on demand. Right. You, my friend. In fact, let's get 1, 2, and 3. Let's get 3 of them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now, there's obviously no trucks for that. I actually screwed up there. So, these, I assigned these to these 5 because these ones have trucks in it. What I could actually do, right, is go to the garage. I can select this truck here and tell it to relocate to... oh wait, that's fuel. Where's cargo? Yeah, I could select one of these. Tell it to relocate to air cargo warehouse 1. Right? Now that has 1 and this has 4. So this being connected to these is fine. Even though there's only 1 truck, it can now service them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. All these ramps should now be open. Yes, they are. We can accept every flight. So for the moment, that is what we'll do. Right, so the game is paused because the research is finished. Fueling, personnel training, and barrel trolleys. Let's research that as well. Now, if I go into fueling, whoops, a daisy, which is here. Once the other one is done, it'll give me an option for a boost. And then that way the guys sort of work faster, they load the trucks faster, they fuel the planes faster. and you get a faster turnaround for the aircraft. Now that's not available yet. Now we're okay just now because we don't really have too much to worry about. These have like huge turnaround times, so there's very little chance of you actually screwing it up. So it's fine to keep these as is. But when you're doing your scheduled flights, you will get penalties if they are not turned around within their allotted time. And before the end of this episode, I will actually show you some of the contracting. I'm just trying to get some money back up. We're going to go into here. We're going to get a new contract. You give me 50, sign. There we go. We're down again, down 1,000. It's okay. Keep accepting these. Keep accepting these. Also keep an eye on your taxiways. Planes do the fatal Mexican standoff, and it slows everything down. So you need to keep an eye on that. If that happens, you can actually click on this and it will magically teleport to where it's supposed to be. It's extremely unrealistic, but it is extremely useful. So always bear in mind that you have that if vehicles get stuck. Because service vehicles can get stuck as well, I've noticed. Right, we're freeing up a lot of these ramps. I really need to order some more fuel, so I'm going to do so. Let's get another 6,000 in. Let's get that going. We're almost finished the good old research there. Let's get that done. So that is at 99.7. It's done. Now, what do we want? Aeroplane services are all done. Passenger services, we're still a ways away. Construction, office works. Right. What do we actually want? I think the advanced drivers training is probably a good one. The ramp for maintenance, service maintenance, is something you need for passengers, and obviously we're going to need the passenger services. So I'm going to do advanced driver trainings. This gives us larger trucks. It's going to take 6 hours to do. Excellent. Right, continue on. Keep accepting flights, keeping an eye on the mail situation and the fuel situation. I just did order 6,000 more. Hopefully that will arrive shortly. There we go. There's the 6,000 fuel. Now I'm going to push pause. Right. We've got rid of the backlog of aircraft. I'm going to change these to schedule flights. And then we're going to take on some aircraft. So that's scheduled, and this is scheduled. Okay, right, into the contracts window. Now we've obviously got these three to sign. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just sign the first one, right? So the first one is... right, hold on. First of all, there is in the research tree like contract negotiation. Contract negotiation is great. Instead of just saying sign, there's a preview button. It will show you each individual aircraft, what type it is, its flight number, how much cargo it requires, how much fuel it specifically requires, its turnaround time. You can negotiate for a shorter turnaround time, but obviously you get a larger penalty if the aircraft is not turned around in that time, or a higher turnaround time in which the penalty is less. But the best thing about it is it shows you the time of day in which each aircraft in this schedule or this contract wishes to land. Now I've selected it. Now these ones here that are like a sort of gold bar and like a dark blue purple bar mean that they can land anytime during the day. Now we'll switch off these ramps because we don't have any of them. We'll switch off on demand and we'll just keep scheduled flights up, right? So the first one is this. You can also toggle to see, so this one wants fuel and it wants cargo, or you can do the flight logos with their aircraft number and do that. So these can go any time of day because they have this little strip. Flight is scheduled for morning to night hours. Now when you get the advanced negotiating contracts, you will actually specifically see, I'll say it once it between 7 and 11, 11 and 3, 3 and 6, and then on to sort of nighttime operations. Now right now, I'm going to leave a gap here, and then I'm going to get this in here. So that is that 3 done. Click to confirm. They will arrive the next day. I don't think they'll arrive today. It's definitely going to be the next day. But we're also going to sign these 2 as well. Now these ones are the same. It looks like any time of day for these. We'll maybe leave a gap again and do that. Right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can fit 6 if you jam these all together. We're not going to do that. I'm actually going to leave a gap there, and I'm going to leave a gap here, and I'm going to leave a gap here. Right, excellent. So they are done. Now, last contract, let's sign that. We also get money for signing, which is extremely useful. Now, these ones are any time of day as well, but they'll only come in for 1 day, and then that'll be them. They won't come in again after that. Do we want 2 landing at the same time? I think we can. I think we can have 2 landing at the same time if I get up the number of sort of fuel trucks. Right, excellent. So they are all now scheduled. We've got Smith & Brothers and the Royal Postmaster's office. They are going to come in tomorrow. We can continue on with today. We've got 2 grand. Hold the fort. Right, let's make this a be all you can be. Now, I stole a truck out here. Hello. Yeah, I went to buy another one of these. Excellent. What do we have here? 1 of 2. No, we're going to need another one. Definitely buy. Okay, let's upgrade a parking slot. Let's at least get 3. Okay. And let's upgrade this parking slot, and let's at least get a 3rd. Right, that should be fairly decent when it comes to tomorrow. Right, we're looking good there. We've got 100 mail coming at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Let's get these 2 done. So I'll take it to 7 o'clock and then I'll end the episode, and then tomorrow we can sort of mess about with the contract flights and see how they sort of get on. We'll obviously be continuing on our research as well, which is magical. But as you can see, we're not getting as much on-demand flights. We're still getting a steady throughput, but not as huge amount as it was right at the beginning. Once I get up to 2,000, I'm instantly gonna buy 6,000 tons of fuel. This is just like normal fuel in this day and age, right? It's not exactly going to be Jet A1. There we go, accept all of them. Hey! I mean, I've still got plenty of fuel. I'd like to have at least 10,000. There we go, get that. We'll see how much money we've got left at the end of the day. We are researching the advanced drivers. There we go. Just keep feeding them in. Right, now hold on. Right, I'll accept these flights. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to look at supply management. Now I want a new contract. Now 6,000 is good, it's just not enough. So if we've got durable oil, right, and maybe say we've got 3,000, so that's that. 10,000 for 4,600, right? Yeah, this is still cheaper. Sign me 8. That leaves me 275 in the old cash of the banco. We are approaching the end of the evening, so we're not going to make that much more money. Again, I'm just going to sort of stop it near the end for when contracts appear, just so that I can get them. Right, we're out of fuel, but the fuel truck has arrived with the 8,000. Right, get this one in and this one in. Push pause, get these two in. I'm pretty good for mail. I'll be getting more mail tomorrow morning as well. Let's get that one in, because we've now got tons of fuel. Yep, bring you in for 2 mail. Nothing else? 1 more. Got it. And that's it, 7 o'clock. The work day is done. We now just have to finish off the last of the aircraft, and then we're good to go. We've got 3,908, which is pretty decent. I'm happy with that. Severely happy. So that is good. There we go. Right, so they're all leaving. We're at 4,000. Excellent. Now, advanced drivers training is finished. On to the next. The wooden ramp facilities, let's just go with that. So, in the next episode, because we've got the new trucks, we shall upgrade these current trucks. I think we'll at least get them, these guys, taken off. Can actually watch them taken off. There's a Smith and Brothers. So we've just signed their contract, but I don't think that aircraft was from the contract. I think that was from something else. There we go. We've got a little Blue Riot 6 taken off. Sure it is. No, 611. XI is 11. Right, so there we go. And then we can then fast forward it. But we're going to leave it there for that first episode. So this was like a brief, well, I think it was a pretty detailed, hopefully it was a pretty detailed introduction to you guys. We'll be doing the contracts. We will be starting to accept passenger flights fairly sharpish. I mean, more contracts will become available. We've currently signed them all. I mean, we could sign these, but I'm pretty sure they're passengers, and I can't really deal with passengers at the current moment. But yeah, we'll end it there for that episode. As always, if you did watch this and you would like to leave a like, comment, or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there's more you'd like to see in the future, then hit the subscribe button. But I've been Danny Boy, this has been Skyhaven, and I will catch you later.